Hello everyone, this is Manoj Suryavanshi, currently working as an assistant professor in All India Shri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Shivaji Nagar, Pune. Subject is Accommodation Operation 1, Subject Code C303, Chapter 6, Methods of Payment. The objective of the content is to understand what is NEFT and what is RTGS and how it is important to know as a front office staff or as housekeeping staff to deal with NEFT and RTGS. Other methods of payment, NEFT, RTGS, the last content of this chapter number 6. Now first of all we should know what exactly mean by NEFT. The full form of NEFT is National Electronic Fund Transfer. It is a nationwide payment system facilitating one-to-one funds transfer. It is very much easy for a customer or for a person to transfer the amount from his account to any other account in India. You have to just download the app in your mobile of a particular bank where your account is open and through that app you can easily transfer your account amount from your bank to any other bank. It helps to save your time and it is very much convenient for guests and customers to complete the transactions and to settle the account at the front office without wasting your time to go to bank and fill the receipt or give the check and wait for half an hour or 1 hour and then your amount will be transferred. So if you are going to download this app in your mobile or if you're going to utilize your laptop and then you do these transactions, so it will be very much easy for you. Under this scheme, individuals can electronically transfer funds from any bank branch to any individual having an account with any other bank branch in the country participating in the scheme. So if someone is going to someone is if someone is in a critical situation and he or she requires any amount in an emergency, then this NEFT service is very important. You can just ask his name, his account number and branch of the bank, and then you can transfer the amount from your own bank to his bank. So it is very much simple and most likely form of money transfer from one bank to another bank. So even though your branch is different or your bank is different, it is fine, but this process help you to get the money in an emergency and you can do your work very easily. Now we are moving towards RTGS, that is called real-time gross settlement. It is also one of the way to settle your account at front office, or if you want to transfer the amount from your account to any other account, you can use RTGS method. It is an electronic form of fund transfer where the transmission takes place on a real-time basis. So if someone is really in a situation where he or she requires money urgently, then you can use RTGS and within a short period of time the money will be deposited. So in India, transfer of funds with RTGS is done for high value transactions and the minimum amount being rupees 2 lakh. So if you want to increase the amount, you can increase, or minimum amount you can transfer easily, that is 2 lakh. So I would say it is a big amount and it can be easily transferred without any documentation, without any without wasting your time in the bank queue or without filling any documentation in the bank, right? So the beneficiary account receives the funds transfers on a real-time basis. So the moment he or she wants money or to require money, so RTGS help him or her uh, very efficiently. Now we'll see there's a difference given national electronic funds transfer and real-time gross settlement. So minimum amount in NEFT is rupees 1 you can transfer, and minimum amount in gross settlement is rupees 2 lakh at RTGS. So below that you cannot transfer the amount, then you have to use NEFT. Now settlement in batches of 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes you can transfer your amount from your account to any other account through National Electronic Fund Transfer. And in real-time gross settlement, within a fraction of minutes you can transfer the amount. Then in National Electronic Fund Transfer, walk-in customers permitted. So anybody can come in the bank and they can fill the form and they can transfer the amount from his account to any other account. But in real-time gross settlement, bank account mandatory. Means if you don't have an account in the bank, you cannot transfer or you cannot use real-time gross settlement method or facility. So first of all, you have to open the account, and then you can easily transfer the amount to any one of the account. Now third is what? Third is charge voucher. It is a voucher is an internal document describing and authorizing the payment of a liability to a supplier. Let's say guest is staying in a hotel and he or she ordered for a movie ticket, or he or she ordered for any kind of stationery is required, or any miscellaneous items from the market, right? So that time guest is not in a position to pay directly to the front office. So front office make charge voucher, and he note down all the details of the guest and for what purpose and what is the explanation of the transactions. Everything he noted down in the charge voucher, and then he or she take the signature on charge voucher. Then it will be a liability or a valid document that later on guest will settle the account. Same amount will be entered in the guest folio. So the identification number of the supplier should be written down, and the amount to be paid, how much amount guest needs to be paid at the time of settlement of account. The date on which payment should be made, the account to be charged to record the liability. So if let's say guest is asked for movie tickets or any stationery, so those description or explanation should be there in the explanation lines, and how much rupees front office has given for that charges should be noted down with paise. Then you can see in the format, name of the guest is compulsory, and his room number is compulsory, then date is compulsory, then account number is compulsory, and then who is going to prepare means who is on duty in the morning shift or the afternoon shift or the evening shift, his or her sign is compulsory. And then finally guest will see all the information is correct, and then he or she will sign. So it will be a complete document or an evidence which should be attached with the guest invoice, and the same entry will be entered in the guest folio. So this was all about settlement of bill. These are the various references which I use as a books. Then there are websites which I have utilized to take the pictures for my PPT. And finally, thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe.